Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 399. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
It's amazing!
And
everybody's here.
Tony Kokonakis.
Crew is back together.
What's up, guys?
Woo!
Yeah, Mike is back.
Been a while.
What's up,
Yep.
Mike?
International traveler.
Oh yeah, missed everything.
Jet lagged.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, but I went to a place called Hoth, but there was no Imperials.
Oh,
And
was it snowy?
No, it was quite hot.
Was there at
It
least
was in the-
Wampas?
No, well maybe there was some farm animals. It was in Ireland. It's actually Hoth, like Howth, but the Irish there it sounds like they say Hoth.
Hmm.
They probably say Hoth. So that
That's
was
cool.
part of it. It was a nice little sightseeing area there. But
Yep.
but I
Making
did
any
miss
Star Wars jokes with the locals.
not the locals, just
Be
a
like,
bunch.
hey,
of
where
bastards.
can I get a tauntaun?
I'm like, any Imperials on the horizon?
I almost got run over by the snow speeder.
It was like 70 degrees. It's like a fishing village, and yeah, it's not.
Should have been like, oh, global warming hit Hoth pretty hard, huh?
Yeah, it looked like it.
That's cool though. All right.
All right,
Really got
box
movie?
office. Box office. Ocean's 8, number one at
Oh, it
41.6
actually did
million.
pretty decent.
That is better than I expected.
That is
wow.
the best an Ocean's movie has done actually for opening weekend.
Wow.
Is it the female cast? Is that
Yeah.
That's what kind of brought it in?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I don't know.
It got a good review too. I mean,
Yeah,
it got a good review. Well, I mean,
yeah, it was-
that's an attraction thing. Like, you want to have like it's becoming a thing in games where it gets strong female leads and stuff, and that's drawing in more audiences. And movies are doing that too. Obviously, Star Wars is doing that. Look at what happens when they don't have a female lead. Just saying.
Is that the reason?
Yeah, I know. We all know it's not the reason, but it's still, you can make that statement. I mean, it's
You could use the data to make that statement.
so Solo was at number 2 at 15.8.
Ugh.
That's a big drop.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, that's the third week, right?
It is now projected to not outgross the original 3 trilogy, which by
Prequel
dollars,
trilogy. Oh wait, original trilogy or prequel trilogy?
the original trilogy in the box
Oh.
office, which was a lot lower because it was not yet the phenomenon that it was. And you figure also, is that, I don't even know that stat was, I read that on Box Office Reddit, and I don't know if that's was with inflation or not. It would be
Big factor. If
yeah.
it's not, that's
if it's
awful.
not, that's horrible.
I think it has to be with inflation.
yeah, it has to
Well,
be with
inflation, Star Wars is like one of the highest grossing movies of all time, so I don't know then.
Yeah.
It probably is. Think about the numbers that it's brought in so far. Probably is not including inflation, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
can't.
It was definitely a juggernaut, but again, inflation, it's only one metric. I mean,
Yeah.
movies were in theaters for months back then, if not
Right.
years.
I
You
mean,
don't
yeah,
have things like
Gone
Netflix and Hulu and
Theater forever.
right pay-per-view and whatnot.
Other
So
media's pirating.
pirating.
I saw it. I'll talk about that when we get up what we've been up to. But anyways,
There wasn't Fortnite back then.
yeah.
Oh
Oh my god, dude! I can't wait to talk about that. My
Yeah, I know.
nephew was here this whole weekend, and he used my Xbox, and now I have Fortnite installed and games played on my system.
Apparently, I know this is not the game cast, but apparently some girl in the UK had to go to rehab
Yep.
because
Mm.
she soiled herself playing Fortnite because she couldn't get up to go to the bathroom
So this
because
is like
she was too addicted.
This is like one of those old the Korean coffee shop stories
Yeah.
where the guys would just
Almost.
It's
Jesus.
impressive.
Internet cafes, not even coffee, internet cafes. Let's see, Hereditary at 4 and Avengers at 5. Avengers has now crossed 2 billion worldwide.
2 billion?
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on.
It's
Hold on,
official.
let me think about that. 2 billion. What did the first one do?
I forget. 1.6? Is that 1.4? 1.
What Age of Ultron do?
Not that well.
Not that well.
Much worse
But,
than
like,
everything.
And then so like.
It was a,
All right,
it was a
hold on.
blip. It
Hold
was
on.
a
Help me
blip.
plot this out. So like, if this is Avengers 1, or we could start here. Avengers 1, Avengers 2, Avengers 3.
Where does Avengers 4 fall? That's the question.
It falls.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think
I
it
don't.
falls. I don't think. I will say that now. Avengers
Okay.
4 does
Downward
less
trending.
overall does less than this one.
Yeah.
But-
it's hard to say.
But Mike, we're on an upward trend, right?
No, we're
Like,
not. It's we're at one plot point up.
You gotta count the other movies too, Mike.
Just what? Just Black Panther, not the other ones. That whole year or so
Oh,
before that.
Everybody's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, they have been. I'm looking forward to Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm pretty
think
psyched
it
for
looks
that.
pretty.
It's gonna be. I think it looks fun. It's gonna be great.
It's definitely not gonna be anywhere close to Black Panther, but
it's like it's got
gonna
that.
be up over Ant-Man 1.
It's got that summer movie feel though, doesn't it?
The question is, where does it fall between like Thor Ragnarok and?
No.
Yeah, it's
what
different.
was before that?
I'm not good.
Hold on. Let's see what Ant-Man. You can keep going.
All right, so we have that opening this weekend is Incredibles 2, and that's
hype
going to
for
be.
that movie is insane.
That may do the. It's right. Obviously, we're ahead of the time
Best
here,
animated.
but best animated movie of all time coming up. I'm going to make that prediction right now.
I think it
Financially,
takes
not
easy.
like just as in like quality,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, financially.
Like, I know this is like such anecdotal evidence, but my niece doesn't even really care about like the Disney stuff. Is so excited for Incredibles 2. She's like, that movie should be so good because it's been what, like 10 years since the first one. I was like, wow, like shit is bad when my niece, who just turned 19, is complaining about a movie sequel taking way too long to come out. So
I actually just before this podcast finished watching that with my girlfriend and her daughter. We had like a little bit left on it, so I was like, So we watched a little bit last night. We finished up today. We had like the last 30 minutes, so it's gonna be very fresh because I want to go see it next week with my finally getting vacation time on me. So I'm going to go see that, and that was them seeing it. My girlfriend and her daughter saw it for the first time, and believe it or not, that was the first time they've seen it. So it was interesting. So I'm like, well, I hear that the movie picks up exactly where this one ends. So it was kind of like really cool to. It still holds up really well. It still holds up very well if you watch it. It does.
Well, when everyone's special, no one is.
Yeah. So I mean, it does. Even like the.
Syndrome. Is it Syndrome or? What's his name?
Syndro?
Syndro. I think it is. Yeah, I just watched it. But he's like, I know it began with an S, but he was like, man, I don't even know like how they're going to continue this, like, not missing a beat after like a decade. But we'll see.
all right, so Ant-Man worldwide, $519 million.
Ah, that's more than I thought it did. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that is.
So-
I mean, worldwide, that's pretty decent. Considering Avengers doing more of that domestically, but still, like, as Ant-Man, like, wow.
Ant-Man's a C-lister, but
What did
No,
Thor
I-
Ragnarok do?
I think it was like
7?
So no, I think it did 800. I mean,
Oh,
At least.
100, okay. That's the question then. Can Ant-Man and the
don't see
Wasp...
853.
I would take a shit on this podcast if Ant-Man and Wasp beat Thor Ragnarok.
right.
Oh my god. Call in a favor. That would be amazing. I don't think it can either. I think it can hit 700 million though.
I don't think it could. It would be insane if it did better than that. But I'm just like, to make the statement. Like, I mean, this is on record now.
Hey, I mean, like, you can put a laptop when you're on the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that there were some people out there that on that box office Reddit that I follow that made statements about Solo that obviously did not come true. Like, there's no way it'll do less than this, and it happened.
Well,
and now it's like,
wasn't that
the
tracking
too.
the pre-sales higher than Black Panther?
Yeah,
So
something
So
like
can we
that.
throw that stat out forever now?
yeah,
I'm sick of hearing that.
You can't do that for
it
a
seems
non-
like-
Well, it was true for Black Panther and Avengers.
Yeah, you can't throw. I mean, you can throw out the one-ish time it didn't.
Well, I mean, it definitely
Work.
gives you an
Stuff
idea.
like that has happened before, though.
I mean, but the thing is, like, we don't know. Like, maybe people had these pre-orders on these tickets, and then as the news and as the reviews came out, they like refunded or canceled. I don't know.
The thing that with this is like it's not a bad movie. It's just nobody wanted it.
Reviews weren't particularly bad for that movie.
Yeah, it's not. I've seen it. It's
middle
not
of the
a bad
road.
movie.
Like,
there's
that's
listen.
the problem, I think.
I told Corey.
I want to see it actually.
I told you when I talking to you, the movie is fine. It's like.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be Han Solo. If it was anything but Han Solo, I think people would like it more.
It's just the word of mouth. Like, my brother, who's like pretty casual in terms of like geeking and stuff like that, with most things anyway. I was like, I asked him over the week. I was like, hey, you want to go see Solo? And he's like, I heard it was bad. I was like, my brother heard it's bad. Like, forget it. Like,
Yeah.
words out there.
Yeah. It's really not that bad of a movie. It just doesn't. I mean, it has a very good last 20 minutes. Last 20 minutes are great.
Yeah.
It's kind of like but it's better than
A lot
Rogue...
of foreplay for nothing.
Yeah, but it's better than Rogue One, and that's what I think hurts more is that last 20. When you watch the last 20 minutes, you're like, "There's no way this is getting a sequel," and you're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I just think Corey and I talked about it last week, but like Solo just had way too much baggage. It was fighting an uphill battle from day one.
You got bad press from like years ago when they had to reshoot
Yeah,
it all.
exactly. And it just couldn't fight that. It was amazing. People were like, "Wow, we were sorry we ever doubted the movie." I think things would have played out differently, but it was mostly just from what I've read and heard. It's just like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I say. I mean, I would give it probably a 7. I'd probably give it 6.5, 7 somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, we're hot off the heels of Avengers doing like crazy shit money.
Record numbers
worldwide.
Never before seen.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 doing phenomenal on its own right. And then you come out with this lame duck right before like Incredibles 2 and Jurassic World 2. Like, sorry, something has to give. It has to give.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's get to this news here. We got a possible reboot for Howard the Duck, the movie.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Lea Thomson is meeting with Marvel about the reboot. Lea Thomson.
Is this part of the MCU then?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
She's not doing anything else.
Is this all? Is it all hashtag all connected? Is this?
Sure.
I don't know. Like,
I think Howard the Duck was running around with the Guardians.
Yeah, he showed up a couple times.
Guardians, yeah, and he was in the post credits.
He was in the Collector.
Well,
In the
I'm
post-credits,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm not talking about like the movies. I'm talking about like the comics or something.
Oh,
Well,
really?
the comic was pretty popular for a little while, I think.
I don't know, man.
I
Look,
have no desire
I'm
for
not going
Howard
to doubt if Kevin Feige is part of it. I've no questions. But if he's not, then I'm like, well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see about that. She's going to pitch it's her idea apparently for the movie, so I wonder if it is something to tie in with the Marvel Universe, believe it or not. So, I don't know how, but let's see what else we have. We have Geoff Johns stepping down as the DC Chief Executive Creative Officer, or whatever you call him.
Well, he didn't do a very good job. So.
No, isn't it Jim? Who's sitting there? Jim Lee?
That's what it
Is it?
said.
Jim
Oh,
Lee's
yeah.
stepping in? Yeah, that's what I read.
I mean, he's a great artist, but
Yeah,
That's why I was
know.
like, it was funny. Like I was actually talking about that with my girlfriend this weekend, and I'm like, I saw the news, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, well, I like Jim Lee, but I'm like, can he run a company? I don't know. Very good artist. I just don't know if he
one of
can.
the
Well, he owns his
founders.
own company.
Huh?
Jim Lee owns his own company.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I just know him as his art. Like, I don't. Is it like?
Well, it's not about running a company. It's more about having a vision of where these movies are going to go and how they're going to.
Sure, I can agree with that. But I mean, I think he's been more than just an artist for a while. I think he's been like.
Well, he was a founder of Image when
Right.
originally came out. Like they started that comic book company. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's guaranteed hit, but like I think he's been around the block a little bit now.
Yeah.
Sure. I just when you hear Geoff Johns, you're like, oh, writer, like fantastic writer, like okay, he's got ideas. You think of Jim Lee initially, like oh, he's got some great like art. Like that's the first thing you think of. You don't think of the
for
guy
sure.
that can actually, turn the ship in the right direction. But
Yeah.
I mean, it could be you might need someone who's not
You know what would
anyone
turn
else.
what would turn the ship in the right direction is if you just slow down and take your time and make a movie rather than try to play catch up and just do your own thing.
Well, I mean, they're doing movies, solo movies now, so
Yeah, well,
we'll see.
I just if they had done this from
Apparently,
the
we're getting a
start.
Jared Leto Joker movie.
Yeah, we
You
are.
guys missed that last week, but
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that news and I'm just like, why? But
I don't know.
anyways,
I don't know, man.
and before season, the last bit of news I have is before season 2 of Castlevania has aired on Netflix, we have a season 3 in the making already. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Good
I
signs,
hope
man.
I hope that's good. I mean, we're hoping
Yeah.
season 2 is good. That comes out next month, right? Isn't it July?
Does it?
Yeah, it's July or August, isn't
Probably.
it?
Oh, really? I thought it was pushed to like October.
Oh,
or
maybe
something.
I'm wrong.
I could be wrong.
Oh, I might be thinking of Voltron. Voltron's next month.
Voltron's next week.
Yeah. Oh, next week. Oh God.
Or
yes.
no, this week actually. I
Is it?
think. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they started doing teasers for it.
I got the the notice and I thought it said July. Maybe I was like I didn't read it right. That's awesome. So yeah, okay. Voltron's coming back very soon next week. I have the wrong series up here. Awesome. I just wonder when that's coming back. I really thought Castlevania was July, but they may have pushed it. So, but they're already producing season 3, so I hope it's good. But
Well, We haven't had a firm date, but I'm reading a Den Geek, and they said summer 2018. So maybe it is July.
Yeah, I really thought I heard July at some point or something, but it'll drop July or August. So, all right, let's get into what we've been up to then. Actually, Mike, you finally got to see Black Panther, you said, right?
Yeah, on my flight across the Atlantic. It was one of the things I could choose to see, so finally watched it.
Yeah.
Good, right?
It was solid, yeah.
Solid. Come on, man.
I didn't love it. No, there was.
Come on, man.
It was fine.
I just love the way you said, "Come on, man."
I mean, I think I'm
Go
in the
ahead,
same
Mike.
boat as Mike with it. So
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a very good movie. I'm sorry. Like the further away I get from it, the better I think it is. Like I
thought some of the CGI was kind of janky in it, but
well,
yeah.
definitely.
Sure.
The Part 3 CGI was definitely janky, but
All the suit stuff between the two of them was really bad. But I mean, can't look at just the CGI and say, "Does this make a good movie?"
I
or
mean
not?
that's most of the action in the movie, though, and it's an action movie, kind of first and foremost. Well,
Yeah.
sure. But
Sure.
I think they did a lot of fighting out of the suits too. I mean,
I did like their little infiltration thing earlier on. The more spy stuff that happened was where I thought was a little bit better.
I don't know. I liked seeing the how far ahead of technology they were. I liked all of that part of it. Like that was like for me like what they could do with their technology there was awesome. It got me more hyped for Infinity War. So
I mean, it was.
Which is funny is like out of the movies that came out, Black Panther, Ragnarok, and Homecoming, it was the least important one.
Yeah,
to
it
watch.
wasn't really like going into it after seeing Infinity War. All it did was sort of like explain who one character was for me.
my brother watched Infinity War without seeing Ragnarok. Yeah, no, I didn't warn him. I didn't know he was going to see Infinity War. I would have said something. I'd be like, wait a minute, because I have Ragnarok. I'm like, you never
like-
watched it? So he came back and he watched Ragnarok. He's like, oh, this would have been helpful.
That's interesting.
But no, yeah.
Yeah, Tim
Black
didn't
Panther,
see
it was
Ragnarok.
solid.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Good. Yeah, honeymoon, right? So I would assume that it was sightseeing. Ireland. Where'd you go? Ireland, Scotland. Where'd you go?
We went
All
to
over.
Italy. We went to Venice and Dublin mostly.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was good.
Did you go to the Guinness plant? Did you go to the Guinness
No,
factory?
we went to Jameson instead,
Oh.
the distillery.
Oh well, that's better. For me, I would prefer Jameson over Guinness. Personally.
It was an interesting choice. I thought Ashley would want to go to Guinness more, but she changed her mind.
I hear though that
Jameson.
like Guinness is supposed to be so good there. I'm not a Guinness fan,
I'm
but
not a Guinness fan.
yeah, I heard it's very good there.
I don't know, we honestly didn't have that much
Irish
beer
car
there.
bomb, but
Yeah, what they give us Americans is not Guinness apparently.
I
it's
don't
like
know.
Chinese food.
I had,
Maybe.
It's not real. It's American Guinness.
Yeah, that's what
we
I
had,
mean. Like I've
we had
heard.
Schmittix.
Oh, Schminnix. Okay.
Schmittix.
At
Yeah.
a few of the places, mostly. So yeah, which was solid. It was good too. But yeah, we didn't really watch anything else. Actually, she watched Hercules on Netflix one time.
Like the animated
The cartoon?
or-
Yeah,
Disney
the cartoon.
Oh,
the
okay.
Disney one.
Not
Yeah.
the Rock Hercules.
No.
or
Which-
Kevin Sorbo Hercules live
Yeah.
action. That's awesome.
We gotta
That's
get
what
Xena
I-
in there too, man.
And I just remember seeing that, and like, I think that might be the most Disney-fied of all like Disney stories. Like Hercules, like they really cleaned everything up so much in that movie.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah. Greek mythology is fucked up, man. Like
Yeah.
Greek and Norse mythology. Have they done a Norse mythology movie? No, I guess not. But like that's really fucked up. Like
How could they have not done a?
They've tried. There's
Norse.
been a couple of them that have been
Like-
horrible.
like anytime you try to portray Zeus as like a good guy or
Yeah,
a good
he was
father,
like,
or anything, it's like
he was a full-on good guy in Hercules, and like, I was like, all right.
it's
with
like
one
you know
mother.
how yeah, it's like you know how he got to be, right? You know who Hercules' mother is. It's not Zeus's wife.
Yeah, well,
yep.
She wasn't that cartoon, but
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. Really, I obviously didn't watch too much else, so
Okay.
that was good.
Corey.
This week has not been a good week for me for viewing stuff. I can barely remember.
Okay. That's
I
all
did
right.
watch some anime here
Yeah.
and there, but
Oh, I
was telling
watched.
Tony last.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you just
sorry.
reminded me what I watched last week. Go ahead.
I told Tony I watched this one called. I started watching it called what was it? Chivalry of a
Yeah.
Failed Knight, and it's a pretty interesting story, and I really like the concept. It's just so much fan service. and it's just like in your face constantly,
Literally.
and figuratively. Yeah, well, no, it's all literally. Yeah.
I got to see. I watched like 2 episodes of that weird Netflix anime styled show with the hard rock. The heavy metal? Yeah, Gretzico. That's what it is. Yes, I couldn't remember the name of it. Yes, I watched a couple episodes of that on the way. 3 episodes actually through it, and I'm like, this is so freaking just off the wall random.
It's
like,
so weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's
but it's funny.
I'm watching. Yeah, I can't even pinpoint why I'm like just watching it, but I'm like, because the episode goes by so fast.
So
you're just
quick,
like, yeah. You're like, what? Like, her life just sucks. And you're like, okay, I understand this is your unwinding part. And I'm like, it's just really weird for that quiet little girl to do that. So it was funny. So I would recommend you kind of watch it. It's short. It's quick watches. Short, yeah. So Tony, what have you been watching?
Nothing. I haven't been watching anything. One thing I have been listening to is the audiobook of Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential. It's because I don't know if we have, because it was Friday. Fortunately, he was not caught.
Yeah.
He was discovered dead by suicide over the weekend, and it's like, damn, that's pretty heavy, because like he always seemed like a really, I don't know, cheer up guy.
Yeah, positive person.
Kind of like, so.
And someone who like goes out there and just does stuff, because obviously with his show is all about that. So
so not to be like too heavy-fisted here, but like, any listeners, viewers are watching, like definitely if you need help, call at. There's so many resources online and available to you. See a friend, whatever. But with that said, his audiobook is actually, and based on his book, obviously, but it's been pretty fascinating so far. Just him and about his life and like how he became interested in cooking to begin with. It all started because he wanted to spite his parents, because his parents were foodies, and they took him and his brother on a tour of France. And anytime they would go to like a restaurant, him and his brother would order like some shitty like American type meal and put ketchup all over it. So they got like tired of that and like them being brats. So like they went to this one famous place in France or Paris or something like that, and they locked him in the car. They're like, "Here's some comic books. We'll be back in a couple of hours." And he, like Anthony Bourdain, as a young kid, was so pissed off at this. He's like, "I'm gonna out foodie my parents," and just started like eating everything he could to like show them up. And that's exactly how he started down his chefdom. But it's pretty interesting. He's had a very crazy life. A lot of drugs, a lot of sex, a lot of like just being like, he goes from high to low, high to low, high to low. I'm just like, shit,
man, the tail that chefs get is ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, like not to like Mike, not to freak you out, but like he's talking about like this one like at this wedding reception at this one place he worked at the shore. Like this bride came into like the kitchen, asked the chef for like some hash. He's like, "Yeah, I got some." Like, "But what are you gonna pay me with?" And she like just started having sex with him and like behind the alley. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, you're a chef at some like dinky little thing. Like, I understand if like you're at like a 3 or 4 star like Michelin restaurant, but like some fucking dinky little bar on the shore. Like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know. Chicks dig musicians and
chefs. Yeah.
And magicians too, for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and magicians. Yeah.
But interesting book. If you ever found that man fascinating, definitely give it a read or a listen.
All right.
Really.
Cool. All right, that's going to wrap up the Moviecast episode. Tune into
You haven't watched anything else? You didn't want to talk about Solo a little bit?
Nah, I've talked about it during it. It's fine. I mean, it's really like... I do want to...
That sums it up, right? It's like,
like,
It's a shame.
there's nothing wrong with the movie. Like, I wouldn't even say you guys need to go... You don't need to go to the theaters to see it, but it is worth a view at some point, I can tell you that. It's just not... Like, I think it's better than Rogue One.
Everyone everyone like still talks up Rogue One. I don't think it's that good.
No, I think...
Can you name any like
That's what I'm saying.
character other than
Like,
the 2 leads?
Jin
I
is all I
can't
can
name
name.
the leads.
I
I
can
can
name
only
Jin.
name Darth Vader.
I can name...
There's
Actually,
her name is Jin.
I can name
Jin and who else?
Krennic,
Who else?
Director Krennic. I can name him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know Krennic. I just know that guy's like a douche in everything he's in.
Yeah.
Just got douche face, I guess.
Yeah, but I you can remember names from Solo, and Woody Harrelson is actually really good in the movie.
So you already know their names.
Of course,
That's why.
it's Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson's actually really good in that movie, and there's some awesome stuff. Oh, and what's his name? The guy from you knew his name over the weekend. Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany's great in it. He's fantastic. I really like his role, and he was.
Oh, I was telling you, what's
Yeah.
crazy is that that role Paul Bettany plays was supposed to go to Kevin James.
Yeah, and I have no idea
When-
how that would work. I just
and,
watching this role, it just wouldn't have
And,
worked.
and like Ron Howard rewrote the entire role for Paul Bettany because Paul Bettany's like, why am I not in this movie?
Yeah.
And he's
Is
like,
Paul
let's
Bettany
do the
not
movie.
like getting killed the entire length of this movie?
No, Paul Bettany's
No,
got a
not
really.
this time.
He's a really cool evil character in this movie, though.
I think he plays like sleazeballs pretty well too.
Kevin James is supposed to be.
That's what I don't. That doesn't make
Apparently,
any sense to me.
that's what I heard.
A crime
That blows my
syndicate.
mind.
A
Like, I
crime
can't
syndicate
even-
boss. I can't
I
see
would have
it.
loved to see that. Actually, I would have gone to see this movie if that had happened.
Oh my god.
All right. So tune into the Gamecast coming up. It's gonna be E3 coverage, massive amount. A lot of good stuff came down next week. It'll be a little later podcast because we're going to do our episode 400. Obviously, we're at 399 now, so it won't be at our normally scheduled launch time. So tune in to that episode coming up. We'll have some good stuff for you there, and keep watching us on Twitter and Facebook as well, because that's where we'll be linking to a stream we'll be doing. We are going to be doing a stream for it. Try to do some fundraising for the extra life. We'll have all the links and stuff on there. Yeah, keep an eye on that.
On the socials for that.
It'll be, like I said, Twitter, Facebook. I'd say follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube as well. We'll put the streams up wherever we can on that, so you can see it. Obviously, there's Twitch and there's all that other stuff we have, but YouTube Live is another option which we might do. So just take a look. We'll have a link going.
Gotta get on that Mixer, Jim.
Oh, and Mixer, yes. I still haven't used it. I'm Xbox fan here, and I haven't used it. So, all right, we're done. Go tune in next week. Thanks.